back with another close today. It is Saturday, 11/27 for Bitcoin Ethereum, and I am more paying attention to Ethereum to see where we may close, because we may be seeing a hammer pattern similar to this. But we are also in a key support area right here, right at around $4,000. So, well, I have to say, if we can confirm, I'll spit out my gum. All right, there we go. So, if we confirm a close above this line right here, this yellow line coming in at around $4,200, 4180 sort of area, 4170 maybe, I don't know, sort of that line. If we can confirm a close above that, which I don't know, I highly doubt it, if we're gonna just spike up $100 in a half an hour, we could do that. It would look extremely bullish. And if we close, and if we get decisively break below $4,000, specifically maybe $3,974, if we break below $4,000, that would look extremely bearish. I'd say if we break below $4,000 on Ethereum, we're going all the way down towards 3,700, 36 to 3,700 right there. We will be going there, and I will have to drain my bank account again. I'll have to do fast pay on my next target paycheck, and I will have to drain my bank account once again. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of draining my bank accounts and spending all of my paychecks on stinking things. I drained my bank account recently in the recent dip. And I don't know, some people have drawn this a little bit better. My trend of drawing on my phone is a bit weak, but I do think we are kind of in this logarithmic uptrend zone right here. If you're to sort of say that, we're sort of in the bottom channel. Yeah, kind of like that. And this one's a bit too low. It's very tough to draw these channels right here. If we were to do it from close to close, as you can see right here, then we would have to stink in maybe something like that. You can always, from what I've gathered from Benjamin's channel, we are still in this log. Yep, it kind of is right along this line. We are really pretty close to our closing support line right here on the log scale, on this uptrending support line. And for Bitcoin, we are also in our bottom area of our uptrend support line, as you can see right here. This little parallel channel, and we are much closer to the 220-day moving average than Ethereum, and we're also very close to the Ethereum. We're a little bit further away. We're about thinking from where we're at right now. If we do break below 4,000, 3,700 would be another 10% drop from here. So I do expect, if we do decisively break below $4,000, we will sort of go down towards 4,700. But if we close in between those two lines, if we close kind of, we're in the area we're at right now, the next day could be key to see if we actually continue this pattern or invalidate this pattern. And the pattern that we see right now is an inverted hammer pattern. And an inverted hammer pattern, as you can see based off of Google right here, inverted hammer is sort of like a candle that kind of looks like a hammer, as you can see. An inverted hammer candle kind of has like a long wick, and then it kind of closes below the wick. So we have a long wick up and we kind of go down. And these long wick doji type candles are trend reversal candles. The long wick doji on, if it's during an uptrend, is sort of a signal that we may be going into a downtrend. If we see a long wick doji during an uptrend, we kind of saw this pattern sort of play out in the stock market. If we look at the S&P 500, we actually saw the exact opposite of an inverted hammer candle. We saw a shooting star style candle, kind of like that, except that is a little bit more in the shooting star candle. I don't know if you could still call that a shooting star candle, because the body of the wick was actually pretty thickum. Hey, did you say carry out at the boat? All right, on my way. All right, so this sort of hammer style candle, this shooting star, was a bit more extreme. The body was kind of thickums, and that's where we saw that thickums bearish divergence. But Ethereum, we saw this trend reversal style candle, sort of this inverted hammer style candle, right here at the bottom of the sinking correction of back in September. Right at the bottom, as soon as we saw that candle play out, we sort of went up. So I'm going to lean a bit more bullish if we close between those. I'll lean extremely bullish if we close above the yellow line right here. And I lean much more bearish in the short term if we close below 3,700. That being said, I'm going to remain extremely bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin as long as Bitcoin, and this is Bitcoin mostly, I don't know if Ethereum's going to test all the way down there. It's coming more at like at $3,400. Ethereum's is a bit lower, but for Bitcoin will have to, as long as we are above this support band right here, as long as we're above the green line, we are still bullish on the long term for Bitcoin. And I do think that if we were to go down there, which I don't think we will have to, we will hold the line right there at that level. As long as we don't close a weekly candle below that and we hold that line,
that was over there, those have been moved in.
We are still extremely bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I need to go and do this carry out inside. I need to grab my carts. It is a bit of a busier day. So I'm more paying attention to Ethereum's daily close right here. Kind of show if we can get that inverted hammer. Come on, man. Nah, I don't want the USDT. I just want USD. There we go. And leave it right here.
Flight attendant, could you come to the front, please?
Hey, I'm doing a carry out at the front end. Where did you say we're at? Oh, right here.
I see you right now.
Oh, no, we're good. You're supposed to bring the vehicle out. All right, sounds good. Okay? All right, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Yo, Crystal, can you come to the tech boat? On my way.
Alright, you're more than likely gonna have to put those seats down.
I don't think it'll sit this way.
No, so you'll probably have to put the seats down. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this TV. Its base is pretty trash.
It's what?
its base is not very good. It's almost fallen over a few times, but we got it working. All right, front side up. I think it should work fine. Yeah, maybe just move that box up a little bit. All right, all set. Have a good one.
Sophie and Style, what's your location?
Oh, geez, I'm on the menu right now. I'm not looking at Ethereum's clothes. So, yep. We are playing this inverted hammer style candle nicely. And also, looking back in time, we also had this inverted hammer candle go right up to that lowest level moving average besides the 120 day. Are we still on? Yes, we are. And as you can see, yeah. You look right there, it did kind of get that little first pin bar type rejection above, and then you went sky high from there. So this type of close right here would actually be kind of bullish if we get that inverted hammer cell stinking candle. The candle will be invalidated if we do go below 4,000 the next day. So if we go below 4,000, that is a pretty bad sign, and it more than likely means we'll probably dip down towards 3,700 and then continue our move upwards from there. So another thing that we can look at is comparing bull cycles. Kind of looking back what the weekly time frame looked like back in stinking at the same exact time in 2017. Because I was looking at Crypto World's video, and he kind of showed something really cool with the 2017 graph. So the 2017 graph kind of showed that in the start of the year, this is logarithmically, we had huge thickums pump to start the year off. At around May was pretty trash. Right in the middle of May, we crashed by a lot. We pumped back up. We got rejected. And if this Fibonacci level was correct, we got rejected at our 78.6% level. Which Fibonacci level did this get rejected at? From swing high to swing low. Oh, look at that. It got rejected at that same exact fib level. We did not close a weekly candle above that 78.6% fib level. So we had a dump, and then we had a nice little pump up in October. Just like October was a huge pump month. And in November, we topped out and we had 2 bad weeks. 2 bad weeks right at the end of November. And beginning in December, after those 2 bad weeks, we pumped up. It's almost looking week by week, exact perfection. Right here with stinking, with the graphs. And as you can see, right after we got through those 2 weeks, it was pretty nice. Maybe then that will push us into stinking 15,000. I'm not going to target it at the beginning of next year because I think the returns will lengthen, as you can see. The run-ups will lengthen. The patterns are kind of week by week, but I think the run-ups will lengthen. And I think we'll probably go into February or March at our peak at around $15,000. That's almost like a 10x from where we're at right now, as you can see. Except, where was this November trash at? November's was more in the 400s. So yeah, it was a little bit There's actually one number underneath. Because it went down to, where did it go down to? It went down to $430. This one went down to, Ethereum went down right here. So it did kind of match a 10x a little bit in this one, but then ours kind of got a little bit ahead of schedule after this bull cycle right here. But as you can see from right here, November did have 2 bad weeks until a huge pump up in December. So if you're to say this myself, I just want stinking November to be over. It's a few days until we're done. I want the week to be over. Who knows if we'll end the week at stinking, if we'll end the week more at $4,000, $4,200, $3,700, whatever. I think at the end of the month, depending on whether or not we pump towards the end of the month, if it's a huge pump, or whether or not we just dump back down to the 120-day moving average, or if we get into that bull market support band for Ethereum. As long as we hold above $3,500, I'm still bullish in the long term. And that's a long way to go until I have to flip bearish in the long term. Same with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a little bit closer to support right now, huge critical support than Ethereum, but Ethereum's got a decent way to go down until I have to flip into full bear mode. But if Bitcoin goes below that sort of level, I do maybe have to go full bear mode, which would not be fun. But you know, it may be fun because once when the bear market kind of comes, I will actually accumulate shorts when I'm in sort of foreseeing a bear market based off of technical data, because that's how bear markets work. You buy during bull markets. You like to hold on to positive assets, and then you hold on to the inverse during a bear market, and that would be probably profitable in my opinion. Because buying the dip in the bull market is like shorting a rip in the bear market. Sort of, I think how philosophy is going to go once we do hit massive levels of resistance and maximum bubble territory type readings and massive risk index showing. But we're not there yet. I'm in full bull mode right now. Full bull mode. For quite a bit for the weekly time frame, and the weekly close may be extremely important because I may have to but I'm going to be delivering, so I'm probably not going to be able to stream the close. Working at Target, it's a bit easier to close this or to stream the close. For DoorDash, I'll probably have to be driving. And there will be addresses that I'll probably drive to that will be in the stinking, in the whatchamacallit. There'll be addresses. Jeez, do people not know how to drive? My goodness. But there will be stinking addresses that may kind of audio tape on the stinking stream, so you know. And plus, I don't want to be distracted driving, so I'm not going to stream the close of Sunday if I'm going to be delivery driving, and it's going to be during a busy time. I'll see if if whatever restaurant I go to, maybe I'd actually be happy if at 6 o'clock I go to a pretty trash restaurant that makes me wait a while, because then I can kind of stream the close. We'll see. More likely than not, I'm not going to be able to stream the close, but since nobody watches my videos anyways, and I just like hearing myself talk, that's the only reason why I really make these videos, and I kind of want to see if I'm right or wrong. And more likely than not, I'll be wrong. Because why not? I just want to look at my insight on what's going on and kind of more or less just talk about it to a screen, which is what I like to do. So, yes, we're getting pretty close. We're about 5 minutes away from the close, and it looks like we're probably going to be doing that inverted hammer type close. They're at around 40.68. As long as we just don't dump below $4,000, we will be good right here. And I don't know if I do want to dump my whole bank account into Ethereum if it does go below $4,000. Maybe $4,000 might just be a good entry point for some of my recent fiat that I've accumulated. I think I will get tax refunds though. Who knows how Fidelity will get taxed, so maybe I want to have a little bit of extra just in case. But I think for my jobs, it'll be tax refunds, so I don't really know if I need that much cash for that, but I do need cash for filling up my gas. And potentially, if I need food, I can do that. Or if I have any car problems, I need to pay for those as well. So, you know what? The more that I think about it, I'm probably not going to really give a crap if it goes down to 3,700. I'm not going to try to buy that level. I'm not going to try to be like just bottom hunting right here. I think buying at this discount right here, as long as I'm bullish in the long term, is probably the best idea possible. That $4,000 level was insane support, massive support during this correction. When Ethereum was dumping further, or when Bitcoin was dumping further below, Ethereum did not. That's why I love Ethereum so much. That's why it's my favorite cryptocurrency. That's why I have 3.5 Ethereums in my portfolio. If only they let Bitcoin on, or Ethereum on Fidelity, I would have more Ethereum ETFs. If I do find an Ethereum ETF, I would definitely transfer a lot of my Bitcoin ETF into Ethereum ETF. But yeah, I'm not going to withdraw on Fidelity just for tax purposes. So that's why most of my Fidelity is Bitcoin. Because I think for Fidelity, if you sell at a profit and then you buy that profit into a similar style asset within like 14 days or something like that, or 30 days, I got a decent window. You don't need to get taxed on it, which is quite nice. The only tax I think I might have to pay off is when I sold Ethereum. Was at that like 3,800 level right before the September dip. Because I did sell Ethereum before the September dip. And that may be taxed because I don't know if it registered me buying it back in. Which what I did actually in that trade was wrong. I was actually making a pretty good trade at the beginning when I was kind of doing this trade sort of deal where I was selling Ethereum and buying it back at a lower price. But I just got impatient, and when I saw it get up to like $3,900, $4,000, I bought back in. I bought those profits back in at a higher price. I FOMO'd back in, and that's when I learned no emotions whatsoever. And got pretty destroyed right there. That was sort of a learning lesson that I had with that sort of deal. I had the right idea, but and I kind of had the right outlook that it was kind of getting overheated and that I was probably going to crash. I corrected lower than I thought in September. I didn't think it would be. I thought it was more going to go to the 50 EMA. I didn't think it was going to go to the because it's support band. But you know, that's what we're seeing right here. I think this is the last dumpy week, and we're in sort of the last stage of being in the dumps before we end up just, going up higher for Ethereum. So, Ethereum. Just a minute left for Ethereum until we close our daily candle. And yeah, as you can see, we kind of had our doji wick to the 50-day EMA. Just like stinking the last inverted hammer that we had, that was a clear trend reversal pattern. And I don't know if anybody on YouTube actually has caught this inverted hammer style pattern or is looking at it. A lot of them are starting to try to become bearish in the short term. I don't know why. They just want to wait until the perfect bottom till they can buy it. But no, I more just buy it when it drops. And yeah, there we go. We have confirmed our inverted hammer pattern, and we have closed probably at around exacted like 4,100. That's what it closed around. So, you know, we did not close below 4,000, and we did not close above 4180. Those are kind of two levels that I really were paying attention to. So we're kind of in the middle. And since this pattern is an inverted hammer style pattern, I think this is more of a daily trend reversal type pattern, but we'll see if it follows through with that inverted hammer, because as you can see, there has to be follow through with this inverted hammer. If the inverted hammer does not follow through and we don't see any trend reversal confirmed, that pattern will be invalidated. But we'll see right there. We are sort of down right now, but it's way in the beginning of the day. I will check back when we get more towards the middle tomorrow when I wake up. Bitcoin, I will look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin closed at around 54,700-ish right here. Bitcoin didn't have an inverted hammer candle. Bitcoin more has had a is this a bullish divergence on the daily time frame? No, that was a 4-hour time frame that we have a bullish divergence, because in Ethereum had that bullish divergence on the daily time frame. But Bitcoin's still holding that support strong right there, that support line. We held on to it. 120 days, I think we're possibly the lowest we will go is. And I think the absolute lowest we will go on the weekly time frame for tomorrow, the lowest we could possibly go is around $51,000. If we close below $50,000 tomorrow, that would be pretty bad, but I don't think it will go below that bull market support band. Anyways, that's gotta be it for this video, the stream. Let's check where Solana closed at. You should also check out some Solana. Solana had on a daily time frame. Actually, if you look at the weekly time, no, those aren't shooting star style candles. Solana had an even thicker inverted hammer, but that hammer is very weak. It's a very tiny hammer, inverted hammer style candle, and it's sitting right on top of that support line. And it kind of had a similar pattern to Ethereum. So Solana sort of had that similar pattern to Ethereum, which kind of makes sense because they're both very similar assets. And then Cardano, how did Cardano do? That's the other one I paid attention to. Cardano also had an inverted hammer style candle. So Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano all had the same type of close. They kind of had an inverted hammer type close, sort of a doji type close. And Bitcoin kind of just had a decently up day, like a percentage day, not too major for Bitcoin, but this could mean a turning point for some of the altcoins. And it looks like the follow through isn't going really well right now. There has to be the follow through in order to confirm it. If we break below stinking $4,000, I'm targeting stinking. If we break below 4,000 target dollars, I am targeting 4,700. Which is that where 3,700. 36.5 is right where the 120 day is at now. So I'd say if we break below, we'll probably spike all the way down. If we break below 4,000 decisively, we will spike down all the way to $3,700. And if Bitcoin were to go, it might drag down Bitcoin too. Bitcoin would probably test its bull market support band / its 120 day moving average right here as well. Right there. So anyways, that's the close for today. It was a pretty decent close. I was able to find some patterns with the inverted hammer style pattern right here. I don't know if anybody else on YouTube can see that inverted hammer style pattern, but I do see it. All we need today for Sunday, for tomorrow, is the stinking follow through with that, and not break below 4,000. That's the key thing. Do not break below 4,000. If we break below 4,000, we will go to 3,700. likely will go all the way down to that 120-day moving average, then more than likely Bitcoin will drop with that down towards 52,500 to 53,000-ish area as well, if it does go down there. Which honestly, if I were to make a bet right now, which I don't really make bets, I'm going to assume that it's probably the bottom right now. And let's actually look at the fear and greed index too. Let's see. I hope we're still in extreme fear. Fear and greed index for crypto. Crypto, we are now only at the normal fear. We're pretty much at the very low end of fear. Very close to extreme fear, but very low end of fear. So, you know, maybe that one extreme fear reading could show maybe the bottom. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure, but if we do dip any lower, we'll go back into that extremely bullish extreme fear territory, which I love to see. Right now, though, it's just normal fear. Yes, that's it for this Bitcoin and Ethereum news update. Yes.